Drama, bin drama, Arab drama, ole drama, zote pamoja. Yeah. And I'm not even talking about the American elections. No, that one is still unfolding. Although it is super fascinating, at least I find it super fascinating, that people are saying hatutaki vikwazo vya virusi vya ile virus ya Wuhan. And yet the same people are saying we don't want Trump. Now that doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, the subject of our show today is a dramatic move by a Kenyan lawyer called Paul Gicheru. Imagine, huyu jamaa amekuwa akitafutwa na ICC, the International Criminal Court at The Hague, since 2015. And there's a high court order still firmly in place protecting him. Yeah, ensuring that the ICC cannot get to him. But what does he do? He goes to the Dutch embassy, acquires a visa, buys a plane ticket, gets onto an aircraft, and flies all the way to the Netherlands. And then he hands himself over to the ICC. Yeah. Now, before we look at the possible impact this will have on the deputy president, let us first process this action by this lawyer, what he did, which is just mind-boggling. And I would like to start by first contesting the theory that this was a move by the enemies of the deputy president. And don't put words in my mouth. I am not saying that these theories are not true. I am not rubbishing the theory that this is the work of the enemies, the political enemies of the deputy president. No. All I'm doing is contesting that theory. Najua kizungu ilikuja na meli. I am contesting it. I'm trying to punch holes into it. I could be successful or I could fail to be successful. So here goes. Now, one very important fact that most analysts who have taken on this issue have ignored is the following. Both sides of the political divide need to get very worried at this move by Bwana Gicheru. When you surrender yourself to authorities, what are you doing? You're either surrendering to confess everything, or you're surrendering to get an opportunity to prove your innocence. We still don't know which category Bwana Gicheru falls under. But we know he kept his lawyer, his local lawyer, in the dark. If you're going to defend yourself, you'll need the services of a lawyer. And even if you hire a lawyer at The Hague, you'll still need your local Kenyan lawyer for your lawyer at The Hague to liaise with. We also know that Bwana Gicheru's local lawyer, John Haminwa, has made a few calls of his own to the Netherlands. He has even tried to contact his client, Paul Gicheru, and the closest he has come is speaking to his wife, who has told him they are okay, period. By the way, Bwana Gicheru is in the Netherlands with his wife. Now, all these are small bits and pieces of clues that suggest, wait for this one, that Bwana Gicheru, and let me put it the mafia way, Bwana Gicheru has gone to the Netherlands to sing. Ordinarily, The way these singing contracts go is you must reveal everything. Indeed, many indicate that if you leave out anything, if anything is a lie, then the deal is off. Yes, you heard me correct. I said deal. When you give valuable information voluntarily, especially as an insider to a court, you will always get something back in return. I believe you're now getting where I'm going with this. In other words, it is not possible to sing selectively. Yet another telltale sign that this is exactly what is going down, was revealed a few hours ago when the lawyer for Gicheru, Bwana John Haminwa, revealed that in speaking to the wife, Gicheru's wife that is, she had revealed that his first appearance will be without a lawyer, any lawyer. So, who needs to get very worried? The list is extremely long, and I want to avoid naming names. So let me put it like this. Before you carry out an operation, like the operation the lawyer Paul Gicheru was allegedly involved in, before you carry out such an operation, you need help from very many people. For starters, the identity of the witnesses at the ICC was a closely guarded secret. So that's the first thing that one needs to crack, to identify them by name, and then identify their location. And this is something you cannot go into blind. What I mean is that you need quite a bit of background information about each witness. Where do they come from? What are their problems currently? Etc., etc. So that you know what kind of inducement to offer. So that they do what you want them to do. I think you get my drift. This is a massive operation. And I think now you understand when I say that it is unlikely that this is the work of the enemies of the deputy president. The political enemies. Because those political enemies may not be safe if Bwana Paul Gicheru talks and gives the entire story. Now, when the initial warrant for arrest was issued on 10th September 2015, there was another name alongside that of Bwana Gicheru, and that is of another Kenyan, a man called Philip Kipkoech Bet, also known as Kipsengeria. Specifically, the chief prosecutor of the ICC, Fatwa Bensouda, wanted to put Gicheru and Bet on trial for influencing 6 of her witnesses to stop cooperating with her office. And they did this, according to Bensouda, using inducements that included money and jobs. And she mentioned another name involved, which Kenyans are familiar with, that of a journalist by the name of Walter Barasa. According to Mrs. Bensouda, Barasa and Bet acted as Gicheru's assistants, watu wa mkono, in the scheme. So their work was contacting witnesses and facilitating the bribes. Gicheru was the boss, and the paymaster. Now, we're informed that Paul Gicheru is ailing. He is sick, although it has not yet been revealed exactly what he's suffering from. And sometimes, when somebody is ailing, they may want to clear their conscience over things that they were involved with, that were not right, were not the right thing to do. And a lot of the things we have discussed here suggest that that may be what is happening here. And if indeed that is the case, then what it simply means is that very many people are worried. And that has to include the Deputy President. Why? Because although this is a separate case, depending on what Paul Gicheru tells the ICC, there may be things, in fact most likely, there will be things he will say that could be used as evidence in other cases, including the case of the Deputy President. And so, let us watch and observe carefully to see what happens next.
Allow me to draw your attention to another great video, right here on this channel titled ICC Cases Raw Back to Life. You can use the link you now see appearing at the top of your screen. The same link can also be found in the description area below. And kindly remember to subscribe to this channel if you are not yet subscribed. Thanks so much for watching.
Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.